Hello and welcome to the Zenatta tutorial series on Zoho Mail. I'm Brett Martin. So what we're going to talk about today is setting up filters inside of Zoho Mail. So again, you're in your home screen in Zoho Mail. Up here in the upper right hand corner, you're going to click on settings. To kind of narrow things down, go ahead and click on Mail. That's going to kind of shorten up your the number of settings you have to choose from. And then you will go ahead and see the filters right here in the middle. We'll talk about this a little bit. I'm going to go create an incoming filter. And I'm just going to close this out. We're going to talk about what you have here. So Zoho has a series of things they call smart filters. I think they work very well. They basically are going to look at things that seem to be newsletters, subscription, automated email alerts, and they're going to dump them into this notification folder right here. They're not going to be in your inbox. And they're going to take anything that looks like it's a newsletter subscription and they're going to move it into this newsletter folder. It's very interesting. They give them the same title, but they actually move different things into different buckets. So notifications really are more of the notification side, and then newsletters kind of end up in the newsletter side as well as some of your subscriptions. Some people don't like these. If you don't like them, you can just go ahead and disable them and away they go. And then from there, you can go ahead and set up your own filters. So let's do that. So I'm going to create a new filter, and it's interesting. You can set these up. So I'm going to say, all the conditions, any of these conditions, which is if it's this, or this, as opposed to it has to be this and this and this, or I want it to be, it can be this and this or this, and then that will move it. In this case, I'm just going to do a very simple one. I'm going to say that the subject contains, one of the nice things that Zoho does with their email is everything goes in separate tabs. So you can quickly jump back and forth from where you were. So in this case, I'm going to say if the subject contains Zenatta and CRM Zen weekly newsletter. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Drop that in there. Go back to that tab. If it contains that, then I want to move it to, and I'm just going to put it in this newsletter folder that's automatically created. Okay. You also can have other actions. You can flag it, you can tag it, you can archive it, you can add it. There's just a whole bunch of things you can do with this email as well. One of the nice ones, if you want to save all your newsletters in a folder, you actually can add them to Zoho Work Drive or Box or OneDrive or Google and just have an archive of all the newsletters in a folder without having to go through your mail. Now it says, do not process other filters for matching conditions. So in other words, if you've got something that's similar to this that matches it, you probably don't want to have these filters colliding with each other. So we're just going to call this the Zenatta newsletter filter, and away we go. All right. Now, once you've saved that, you've got it. It's there. You've got a whole bunch of choice. You can run this filter. So if I go ahead and I run that filter, through the inbox. It's going to go through the inbox. It's going to run the filter. So it's basically going to go through all of that. So if I go back to my inbox here, all of them have gone away. So if I go back to settings, let me go ahead and kind of refresh this page for us here a little bit. And you can see that it actually ran, 3 things have been run through it, and they have been moved here over to the newsletter. Of course, with millions of other newsletters that have come in, but it's gone ahead and it moves all of them over here to the newsletter folder as well. So worth taking a look at filters. They can save you a lot of time. If you've got junk mail that's coming in, you can easily just flag that and just go ahead and delete it and send it straight to the trash can. Maybe you've got some things that come in that you want just to be absolutely certain you don't miss. You can create a folder called important and move everything to important. You can flag it, you can tag it. There's so much you can do with Zoho Mail filters. So take a look at those. They can really make your email life a heck of a lot easier. Hey, we hope you found this useful. And if you want more information from us, please be sure to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. And don't forget our newsletter. Just go to zenatta.com/newsletter to subscribe to that. Every week, we give you all the latest and greatest Zoho news, tips, tutorials, and also a link to the CRM Zen show where we talk about all things Zoho every week. Thanks for listening.